family of Roman Reigns and Ronda Rousey. As Akuma in Street Fighter? How WWE star is dominating Hollywood. WWE superstar Roman Reigns, globally recognized as the Tribal Chief, has gradually infiltrated Hollywood. WWE superstar Roman Reigns, globally recognized as the Tribal Chief, has gradually established his presence in Hollywood. Although he is primarily recognized for his supremacy in the wrestling arena, Reigns is currently garnering attention for his cinematic performances. Through a combination of personality, physique, and performance abilities, Roman Reigns is establishing a niche for himself in the film industry. From cameo appearances to prospective blockbuster parts, here are his 3 most significant jobs in Hollywood to date. Roman Reigns makes his cinematic debut in the Fast and Furious spin-off, Hobbs and Shaw, featuring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Jason Statham, and Idris Elba. Reigns portrayed Mateo Hobbs, the sibling of The Rock's character, in a dynamic, action-laden sequence situated in Samoa. Although the role was predominantly nonverbal, it enabled Reigns to demonstrate his physical prowess and personality among prominent figures in Hollywood. The picture generated nearly $700 million worldwide, providing Roman with a robust foundation in popular filmmaking. It also suggested his capacity to undertake action roles in the future, particularly within ensemble groups. In the animated sports comedy Rumble, Reigns provided the voice for a monster wrestler in a WWE co-produced Paramount film. Despite receiving mixed reviews, the film was a significant advancement for Roman as he delved into voice acting and engaged with younger viewers in a family-oriented genre. Rumble provided Reigns the opportunity to convey his personality in an alternative manner, independent of his physical presence. It also signified WWE's initiative to integrate its superstars into multifaceted entertainment positions across several platforms. Scheduled for release in 2025, Good Fortune is poised to be a pivotal moment in Reigns' acting career. He collaborates with a formidable ensemble including Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, Eddie Murphy, and Keke Palmer in this action comedy. Although specifics about his character remain undisclosed, the casting indicates that Reigns is now being regarded for prominent feature parts beyond the conventional wrestler cameo. The film is under careful observation and may potentially serve as Reigns' breakout performance beyond WWE. The prominent news regarding Roman Reigns currently pertains to the significant excitement surrounding his role as Akuma in the forthcoming live-action Street Fighter film. Although not officially verified, some industry insiders have said that Reigns is either in advanced negotiations or has actually secured the role of the legendary martial arts antagonist. Akuma is among the most formidable characters in the Street Fighter universe, ideally complementing Reigns' menacing demeanor, robust physique, and unvoiced fury. If verified, this might become his most emblematic on-screen performance to date and potentially establish him as a bona fide action star in Hollywood. Roman Reigns is familiar with the limelight, yet it is fascinating to observe his calculated and discerning approach to his transfer into Hollywood. In contrast to others who hastily engage in B-movies, Reigns is cultivating credibility and versatility, transitioning from prominent franchises to animated productions and potentially to leading roles. With every project, Roman Reigns demonstrates that his supremacy extends beyond the wrestling ring. The Tribal Chief is poised to dominate Hollywood, whether portraying a Samoan warrior, a monstrous figure in wrestling, or a formidable video game character, one role at a time. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Roman Reigns is WWE's second highest paid talent, following Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and it contradicts assertions made by former WWE star Jonathan Coachman that TKO, WWE's parent company, requested Reigns to reduce his salary or amend his contract. This knowledge may provide relief to WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi, who recently expressed his thoughts following his son Jey Uso's defeat for the WWE World title against Gunther. During his podcast, Off the Top, the senior member of the Samoan dynasty defended Reigns and other family members, stating, "Following Reigns' discussions with Vanity Fair and ESPN's Daniel Cormier over his WWE future, I observed the possibility of his contract status evolving into a public narrative. This is currently developing, with different accounts arising from various sources. In the piece, I contended that Reigns is pivotal to WWE's progression since emerging talents, such as Braun Breaker, are poised to advance the organization. His star power is particularly vital as WWE transforms premium events such as SummerSlam into two-night spectacles, a format influenced by Reigns' era-defining prominence. However, if you are WWE and TKO and you aim to reduce expenses, it is challenging to overlook Reigns' contract and reassess the value received in return, particularly with a speculated annual cost of $15 million to $20 million. As of 2025, Reigns has competed in merely 3 matches and has made a limited number of appearances to promote them. Since January 2024, he has participated in only 2 singles battles out of 9 total appearances, with the remainder consisting of tag team or multi-man contests. In contrast to professional sports, where victories and performance generally dictate an athlete's worth, a professional wrestler's value is predominantly influenced by their portrayal by the organization. Last year, there was considerable enthusiasm surrounding Reigns as he transitioned into a babyface role. The initial excitement has diminished, and Reigns appears to have lost some of his appeal. Previously the leading figure on WWE Shop, Reigns has been surpassed by John Cena, Jey Uso, and Cody Rhodes. It is a nuanced yet indicative indication of his diminished prominence, potentially a reaction to his ongoing vacation. Although Reigns has previously taken time off following WrestleMania, the context of his most recent absence is unprecedented. During Reigns' tenure as a villain, he was fortified by the undisputed Universal title and a supporting ensemble known as the Bloodline. While Reigns retained WWE's Premier Championship, he remained the focal point of discussion. When would he return? Who will be his subsequent adversary? During his absence from the screen, his influence was sustained by his advisor, Paul Heyman, who frequently articulated the views of the tribal chief, while Solo Sikoa, Sami Zayn, and the Usos executed his directives. However, with the absence of a championship, his wise man, or his faction, there is nothing sustaining Reigns' presence on television. Heyman's treachery against Reigns at WrestleMania 41, coupled with an assault by Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker shortly thereafter on Raw, necessitated immediate retribution. Reigns' absence indicates a concerning lack of urgency, as leisure appears to have taken precedence over the need for retribution. Certainly, this may be justified upon Reigns' return to programming, assuming his character demonstrates that he utilized the time for introspection and reconciliation with his narrative history, an aspect many fans have identified as a lacking element in their relationship to him as a babyface. Thus, WWE appears to possess complete control over the situation. An inadequate rationale for Reigns' absence or irrational booking may undermine Reigns' popularity among fans and lessen his negotiating leverage. Considering the present leadership and evolving dynamics inside WWE, this may represent the company's ultimate objective. In recent years, WWE's Chief Content Officer, Paul Levesque, has designated Cody Rhodes as his preferred talent. He seems to be positioning his long-standing protege, Seth Rollins, to assume the role of the guy. This positioning occurs amid speculation of a power battle between Levesque and TKO board member Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, a staunch supporter of Reigns. In a bid for self-preservation, Reigns may be compelled to intentionally vanish. Departing for Hollywood and achieving success would decisively restore the balance of power in talks to his advantage. Alternatively, Reigns may choose another opportunity in Jacksonville, Florida, the headquarters of WWE's competitor, All Elite Wrestling. Ronda Rousey was a prominent role in WWE history, transitioning from MMA to professional wrestling. Nonetheless, her tenure in the Stanford-based promotion did not meet the expectations of some, attributed to the schedule, according to a veteran's perspective. WWE maintained a rigorous schedule, with house shows alongside weekly programming. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo posits that the demanding schedule and extensive travel likely did not agree with Ronda, leading to her departure from the business in 2023. During the most recent episode of The Wrestling Outlaws, Vince Russo articulated, "I believe the issue with Ronda Rousey stemmed from the home events. Ronda Rousey was accustomed to practicing at the same facility and returning home nightly. However, she is now traveling to other cities, which has proven incompatible with her routine. Despite experiencing difficulties in the Stamford-based marketing, many anticipate her eventual return at the age of 38. Nevertheless, that may not occur in the foreseeable future. During her appearance on the Untapped podcast, Ronda declared that she did not intend to return to the wrestling ring. She asserts that she is currently concentrating on motherhood. "I am fully engaged in maternal responsibilities. I am not present in the studio. I am not exercising in my garage. I am merely attempting to regain my physique post-motherhood," she stated. Nonetheless, Dana White and Ronda Rousey reach 100 million milestone just prior to UFC 317. If Dana White wants to garner attention for UFC 317, he selected the perfect collaborator, not the combatants at Power Slap 13. Ronda Rousey, prominently featured during one of the evening's most chaotic incidents, inadvertently supplied White with content that thrives on social media. Power Slap has consistently prioritized shock value. Nonetheless, it has now achieved a notable enhancement in visibility. Rousey, present in Las Vegas for UFC's International Fight Week and her Hall of Fame induction, observed one of the most astonishing slaps of the evening. A rival collapsed forcefully after receiving a powerful blow, and while the cameras surveyed the chaos, one lens recorded Rousey's instantaneous response. Although no audio was captured, her lips conveyed the entire message. "What the F?" she cried, her eyes wide, astonished, and fully immersed in the moment. The clip was initially disseminated by AJ Curry, Power Slap's senior social media director, in her Instagram account, with social media manager Aiden Morgan also tagged. The caption conveyed the entirety, 100 million views in 18 hours. Consequently, Dana White promptly shared it on his Instagram story, guaranteeing that the moment was disseminated to his millions of followers. This viral film serves as a potent reminder that occasionally, it only merely the ideal timing and the appropriate expression. It could not have arrived at a more opportune moment. Power Slap 13 was already filled with 3 championship bouts and was designed to initiate a busy UFC weekend. Paige VanZant's withdrawal from her scheduled women's title match created a minor gap on the event, although Rousey's anticipation more than made up for it. Even in the absence of physical aggression, Rowdy demonstrated her ability to captivate attention merely through her presence. Ronda's prominence has been unwavering from the octagon to the periphery of slap fighting. For Dana White, it constituted an ideal convergence of spectacle, popularity, and brutality. Power Slap may be contentious, although it is indisputable that this occasion, the internet and Rousey excelled. The UFC great seeks a comparable response for her biopic, which has garnered the interest of none other than Holly Holm. Ronda Rousey's Netflix biopic has yet to broadcast, yet it is already evoking recollections of one of the UFC's most indelible moments. For those interested in how the film addresses that chapter, it features Holly Holm. Ultimately, she was the individual who obliterated Rousey's aura of invincibility with a head kick that resonated globally. Holm has no resentment, merely inquisitiveness. She merely desires an accurate representation of the narrative. Although Rowdy has scarcely spoken on Holm since their defeat, Hottie is reluctant to revive the previous rivalry. During a media engagement at an open workout in California, she exhibited a polite approach. Holm asserted, "Had it been her decision, she would have done that to me. I am uncertain if the sentiment is reciprocal, but I harbor no animosity." The message was unequivocal. This was a decisive triumph, not a personal grudge. Although Holm does not anticipate a cameo or casting credit, she will nonetheless be observing, if only to assess the fidelity of the narrative's portrayal. Although a decade may have elapsed, their names will perpetually be linked. Rousey is acknowledged as a pioneer who irrevocably transformed the realm of women's MMA. Holm was the individual who illuminated the fact that no fighter is invulnerable. With Rousey's narrative being transformed for cinema by a